Hello guys, welcome to the stream. We're gonna do a summary of the August training. I need to prop up my iPad with the mindfulness-based self-help. September, I was continuing the run streak. I was at session 26 back then. I was practicing the second drill in the Kihon Happo, which is Hicho. You stand on one leg, block, kick with the left leg, reverse strike with the right hand. Piece of cake. And they used to do that when we graduating to the next rank from the one I have, 7. But now I think I have to do it the entire Kihon Happo, which are the 8 fundamental techniques. Those are first position, block, strike to the throat. And the second, I think that's the bird. Block, kick, strike, stå, sword strike, and karate chops, strike. On the inside. That's the second one. The third one is the Monji cross position. In the original, it was block, then counter strike, and then feint, and then do the thing on the other side. Block, counter strike, feint. But now I think you just block and then you're pushing downwards. You need to offset this balance also. I just do the basic 3. Those are the hard techniques. So on the second, I was practicing defense against grabs and the arm bars. On Sunday, I was practicing trying to get more fluidity to my warm-ups. Sword techniques, you need to often you have a 45-degree angle. You can cut his hand for protection. You don't always have to cut to the body or the head. You can cut the hand. I'll do combinations. Week after that, I was playing football, or soccer as you call it. Practicing actually with a spear and sword, but you doing the prop with the prop spears and the prop swords. That was pretty hard. It was actually harder than to do with the more standard ones. I had the plastic stuff. And I did some Feldenkrais afterwards, which is popular with my chief trainer. That's pretty good. I used to do Alexander technique when I was singing opera. Fun. So I was practicing the same organ pieces as well as I did. I'm still playing the same pieces, but I play them better now. You can check out my organ videos. I was practicing pedaling technique in Bach. Then I continued on the 5th, I was continuing the run streak. I was running a little bit longer, 3 kilometers. I was practicing phrasing in the organ. Yeah, the same thing I'm doing now. I was doing a push workout. I was doing some strength training. The push, the bench press, military press. I was practicing low blocks, kind of doing the transitions. That's Tai Chi. It's kind of hard to determine if you want to turn on your foot or not. Those are the Chinese martial arts minutiae. On the 7th, I was trying to do the short greeting routine, which is usually not allowed. I was practicing the basic throw, the Genseki rock throwing, trying to protect myself, try to figure out how to grab his arm. Then you need to sink and then turn. It's a pretty elaborate technique, and I also try to get in position to do a sweep. On the 8th, I was also continuing my run streak. I did some leg training. Learn how to relax your jaw. I was practicing forms on Saturday. Usually I try to do more forms on Saturday. The earth form and also the fair lady. This is the same thing I'm doing now, which is high block and strike to the shin or heart sometimes. But it's now I figured out that the important thing is the stepping sequence, but because those are usually the setup to throws. And I also did sometimes on Saturdays I do the practice with the dumbbells to build my arms. On Sunday I was singing at the service, and I was trying to get the elements correct at the service, because you usually start off with a hymn, then you sing the Kyrie eleison, then you sing the Hallelujah, then you sing the Eucharist, then there's a solo piece, then there's another hymn, and then you sing Lamb of God when you take the Eucharist. But I was also practicing some running, trying to get a good cadence in there, which is, as a tip, if you run, your cadence needs to be a lot faster than you think. 165 to 180 beats per minute, which is really, really fast. Then I continued with the training. I was doing some conditioning. I mean, just running training I was trying to reverse the form. As you usually start off by walking to the left, but you can also start off by walking to the right. On Tuesday, I was doing trying to work on details with the brush knee, which is of the low block and strike, and I was doing some ward off left. you could try to push with the left arm to like get used to applying pressure. Try. You can also use this by singing, by like holding an energy ball. Um, it sounds very esoteric, but it kind of helps because you need to create space and relax your shoulders and armpits. So there's nothing weird about it really. It helps you to relax. I was practicing some CBT techniques, cognitive behavior therapy. I was doing a bike ride, trying to practice my spinning technique, which is at the very end of the Tai Chi form. And I started the second part of the form, which is really probably a basic throw setup. And I need to get the stepping sequences correct. I was rehearsing for the so-called culture night. Giving voice lessons, continuing to reverse the form. I was practicing from the end, starting off with the last postures, and going to the beginning. Some of the really hard postures like pat horse and bend bow, which is one of the last. Pat on horse is kind of in the middle. So I'm halfway through now, so bear with me. And on Saturday I was practicing Qigong. I was doing the break falls, the ukemi, you need to be able to roll both forwards and to the side also. That's what I was doing 2 days ago here, is practicing trying to roll sideways. I did the entire second part of the form, which is fist under elbow. No, the last part is like 7 stars, and then you sweep the lotus. That's really difficult. But I was also practicing the fist under elbow, which is a stepping sequence. Also kind of difficult. When I was continuing the run streak, trying to practice how to kick to set up throws and arm lock techniques, or the so-called warrior capture, practicing some stick, and I did some stretching. Continuing the run streak, form practice, almost in the entire 37 form, the short young form, which I'm still doing. But I also was trying bits of the long form with the high pat on horse, not to be confused with pat on horse. It's high pat on horse. But this is the precursor to the sto, the sword strike, but you do it more, you kind of isolate the movement more. And also was doing the same thing I'm doing now with the Fair Lady Works shuttles. But it's only now that I've started to get the hang of it, because that's a very, very intricate stepping sequence. Later on in September, I was singing at the mass, trying to get some intonation, good intonation, and get some part singing in there. Nuances in choir. I was doing the deflect, parry, and punching techniques in Tai Chi. Get the transitions right. I was at rehab doing the acupuncture, continuing with the Kihon, the basic 8 techniques. I was practicing the bench press and the military press, core core training and the first technique, first application. Maybe you've seen those videos. They don't look very good, but I need to get them all that correct this spring if I want the next degree. You need to hook the opponent usually and break his balance. I was running some short intervals and doing the outer lock technique and variations of that. Kind of learn how to spin the short stick, the hanbo, doing a single whip. This is so, maybe it all sounds like Greek to you, but I was continuing the form practice in September. It was still pretty warm, so you can train outdoors. Trying to do the like kind of a chop with fist and the uraken. It's kind of a punching technique. Trying to take the other guy's balance. I was continuing the run streak. The last part of the form, I was practicing the 27 form, which I usually don't like, but they have some stuff in there which you need, like push needle to C bottom and fan through the back. You need to practice those. And then I was training with the long staff on Sunday, trying to learn how to spin. You spin like downwards and up instead of the opposite. Is kind of a difficult thing to do, and you need to practice in different levels. Also, you can try to spin the long staff behind your back. I try to keep a straight line, and there's an entire etiquette system that holds this through. You start off with the staff at the left side, and then you change it over to the right side. So you demonstrate that you don't have bad intentions. And the theme of September's training was, maybe I should start with this. It's actually kind of consistency. Practicing 30 hours every day is better than practicing for 3 hours once every week. But maybe you know this, maybe it's obvious to do, but even to get 50 minutes of training at home is better than if you do that once a day. That will help you a lot more than just having one major 2-hour session each week and then do nothing for the remainder of the week. And I was trying to get a journaling routine in there also, to write down 3 stuff you are happy with at the end of the day. Just to wrap up the month here, I was trying to run and get some structure to the form. Learn how to relax and do the bird taking off techniques I talked about earlier. Block, kick, strike with the opposite hand on the inside. You can use that sometimes when you strike with swords, because you stand on one leg, so you need to practice evading low strikes. On Tuesday I was doing some yin yoga actually, where you like hold the position for several minutes. I was doing some training a bit on the obstacle course. I was biking a little bit, trying to get the sword techniques in there. On Wednesday I was trying to clean up my form, the Tai Chi form. I was practicing some Tai Chi Friday, I was continuing the run streak. And on Saturday, I was trying the difficult position, which I now kind of get the four corners or fair lady work shuttles. That's a very, very intricate stepping sequence. So I think we'll end it there. But you need to adjust your back leg when you're doing the form. This can also help if you're doing karate and stuff, but that's important. So thanks a lot for watching, but I'll see you later. Bye bye.